Hey guys, today we have a comparison video of my two Shirogorov knives. Um, they are all Model 95. This is Model 95T and this is Model 95 with inlays. So this is my first Shirogorov knife, and I bought this knife about 3 years ago from True North Knives, and I am happy until this day, and I'm still very happy with my purchase. This is one exceptional knife, and this is a newer generation. I bought this probably a month back, and it has some changes comparing to the first gen Model 95. So I have already made videos of these two separately, so I will not go into details of how great these two knives are. I'm just going to do the difference in between these two generations, the pros, the cons, and so you guys can decide if you are looking for one and which one you like better. So the first gen has a smaller pivot, as you can see, physical, and but it doesn't affect, or it doesn't, you do not see any difference in performance wise. The screws here for the standoff seems a little bit tiny bit smaller, but I might be wrong. Okay, probably because of the finishes. The finishes on these, on the first gen, it's polished screws, which I like a lot. They just look much shinier. On the other one, they seems to be like blasted, so it's not as shiny as the first gen. This one is it's really nicely polished, very beautiful. These are very well done, but it's in a more um, working finish. This one has the turtle pattern, and this one has the inlay, carbon fiber inlays, specifically on this one. The size, the thickness of the handles are basically the same. This one, the newer one, it's a tiny bit thicker, probably a half millimeter thicker. It's just something you will not be able to notice. Standoff, this is dual tone, this is one tone, and the scale, they also have a little difference on the scale, little details. For example, there's a cutout in between the scale. On the first gen, it's a little bit longer, and on the second gen, the newer one, it's a little bit shorter, the cutout for the finger. I don't know if you can see it better there. Okay, just that's the difference. Some edges, very minute, if you can see at the end, the bottom of the scale. The first gen seems a little bit skinnier on the edge, and the newer one seems to be a little bit thicker, but that's just on the end finish. The new one comes with jimping. I believe this is a special option, so, but on the first one, they didn't come with jimping. Depends on the liking. For me, it's not really needed, the jimping on this knife, because they're pretty long, so you will not be holding like that anyway. So jimping is not really necessary on this one. You get the reach. They also have a little bit of difference on the edges here, as you can see. This one seems a little bit skinnier at the end, and this one seems to be wider at the edges. Another difference is on the blade tang. Well, not blade tang, but part of the blade. This one It's rounded, and this one has some cutout. So that's the difference. Stop pin, they are the same size. The cutout on the flipper, it's deeper on the newer ones. Almost too deep for my liking because it does bite into your fingertip. Blade S30B, S90B. This is a better blade still. Finishes, this seems to be a little bit grayer. Probably bit blast a little bit longer on this one. This one seems to be a little bit lighter color, and this has a little bit, it's just shinier on the blade and smoother on the blade. Comparing to this one, this reflects less light. It's probably the property of the steel. So anyways, what else? This comes with bearing. It's a single ball bearing system. I believe they are caged. Very, very smooth operation. Sometimes probably too smooth for some people. I like it, but it's a little bit dangerous because it closes on you really fast. On this one, you do not have that type of problem because it will never close on you. It will not. You just have to close it with your own fingers, so you know when the knife closes on you or not. Action-wise, both are really fast. This seems to be a little bit easier because once it break the detent, the blade just comes out. This one you actually have to push it a little bit or slide it a little bit, but it always comes out with authority. It's pretty hard to miss unless you try to miss it, then you will miss it. Okay. The pivot on this one are bigger, as you can see, and the good thing about the old one is that it has this screw, and you can take it off easier. These I have never taken it out, and I don't know how. Probably I don't know. So I have taken this out, so it's not hard, and because of these screws here, you can actually put the tension you like into this knife. I have it a little bit tighter, so the blade is not as smooth as I want. I want it a little bit tighter with a little bit of tension because I don't need. I don't like, let's say, the blade too glidey. Okay, it's fun and everything, but at the end of the day, this knife gives you a little bit more control. So because you are in control of the blade when closing. This one, you are not in control of the blade when closing. You just have to move your finger away. Okay. I like the feel of the full titanium. It just feels really solid. The inlaid, it's solid also, but you don't feel the coldness of the titanium. So this one feels a little bit solid, although they are the same. But when you are working in a more extreme weather, this one is actually a better tool because this will get really cold. The titanium will get really cold, and it's not good for your hand working for a long time, or really hot. In this case, because of the scale, carbon fiber scale, you will not feel so too cold or too hot on these knives. What else? Centering, they're all perfect. Blade size the same. There are some chamfering difference here also on the flipper. I don't know if you can see it, but on this one you have a larger, a wider chamfering. On this one, new one, it has less. Okay, so it's a little bit sharper on the edge, although it's not sharp. On this one, they're just a little bit more rounded. So that's about it. The weights are virtually the same. This is like 0.1 ounce more, according to my digital scale. So which one should you get? Honestly, I like this one better. The action is just good. You need speed. You got speed. So nothing wrong with it. It's easier to maintain. This is really hard to maintain because of the bearing system. But this is more fun. Sometimes you see when I close the knife, it might open again because of the really glidey action. So you see that? On this one, it's you don't, because you close the knife, and they both have really good detents. So it's not the detents problem. It's just that when it closes it, and because of the ball bearing, it closes really fast, so it bounces off from the stop pin a little bit. But this is more fun to play. This is more of a serious working knife, and I believe if you can find this one, it's a little bit cheaper than this one, so better deal. Anyway, that's about it. My take on these two knives. So let me know if you have any questions, and subscribe and like. Thank you very much. Bye.